and match, index and match, ladies and gentlemen, index and match. So index and match. So we are reading here about index. Index returns a value or a reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and a column in a given range. Hiyo inakaa kama Greek. Inakaa kama kitu funny, lakini kitu rahisi sana. Kwamba, just like for example, when we talk over matrices. Matrices are defined fully by rows and what here? Columns. Rows and columns. Right? What we call Roman Catholic. So index has got quite that. And I would want you to listen to me very well. When I tab this index onto that cell, when I tab this index onto this cell, when I tab the index onto the cell, they're asking me, for example, for an array. So array. So what do I want? Array, for example, I could come and pick these teams here, right? Control Shift down. So I'm able to highlight very fast, or I highlight a longer way, right? Ladies and gentlemen, after I put down that array out of which I would want to get a particular team, they're telling me after the array to put a comma. You know, Excel guides you, put a comma. So come and put a comma there. After you put a comma, they're asking you about the row number, So row number, I can come and pick, like if I want Lazio, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's row number 5. From there, ladies and gentlemen, they're telling me to give them a column number. But because I highlighted only one column, I never highlighted so many columns, I don't have to put this column number. That's why they're even putting it in brackets, optional. It's optional. So come and close that. If I close that, ladies and gentlemen, and say enter, what am I seeing there? That given the fact that I know the row number of Lazio, Excel has been able to index it. Excel has been able to, given the row and the column number, Excel has been able to pick that item. Let me repeat this again. You will go to a place, ladies and gentlemen, where you get an interviewer giving you an Excel worksheet of 10,000 rows. And then this guy will tell you that he would want you to bring out the commodity which is in row number 500. He'll give you the title, column title. So in this case here, for example, if it is this one, he'll come and give you something like this. He tells you country, Germany. So unamwambia not a problem. I'll just come and highlight. Of course, nimezoea ku highlight hivi na itakuwa shida kama ni columns, I mean row hata 500, utaanza kuvuta kwenda ukitaka ku highlight vizuri, unakuja kama hii country, unaweka hapo namna hiyo kaza yako. Ukishaweka kaza yako namna hiyo, unasema control shift, and then we have those down arrow. So unafinya down arrow once, ina highlight zote. Unamuuliza umesema row number ngapi? Yana kuambia for example, row number 5 out of those countries. Unamwambia row number 5. I know something that can easily pick for me a particular row number item. I know it. It's called index. So I'll come to a particular cell anywhere on this Excel worksheet, say equals, and then I punch index, stanisha my ignorance. Ikishakuja blue ticked there, I'll be able to tab right away. And then they're asking me to give them an array. So an array, array is a table, right? So he has given me the column to work with. It is country this time round. So I have my control shift, and then I have down like that. After array, I'll ask my interviewer, you say that I get an item that is in row number 5. Let me use row number 4 this time round. You say that I get an item that is in row number 4. After array, I can see these guys want me to give them a row number. So I'll come and say comma, then say row number, he told me 4, like that, right? After that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be able to do what you have to enter straight away, even without closing brackets, really. So I'm able to see row number 4, the country it is there, it's Germany. Just count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 like that. It's Germany. Could I kindly give you a minute to try this indexing thing on your screen? Could you kindly try this indexing thing? Index is a very, very important thing. You go to a trial balance. Somebody will be interested in knowing the item which is in a particular row from a trial balance. Even for my sampling purposes, I may want, in this case here, randomly to select an item as an auditor, which is in a particular row randomly. So I want to test, for example, item number 7. So I pick it using index. So I'm giving you a minute to try, ladies and gentlemen, practicing on your own. And then I would want to see, once you practice even twice, thrice, we're able to get items coming up automatically. Then I would expect to see students who are dancing. I would expect to see students who are dancing here. And I would also expect, I love this, although not in practical outside there, but I love in academic world, I love seeing the students crying. Those are honest students. You cry when you're not able to get anything, right? You use an emoji instead of typing so much. When I see a huge cry, somebody crying, in this case here, shedding tears, riverside tears, I know there is a problem. I've understood nothing really. What I do not know, I can see Robert for the first time. Robert is crying. Does it mean it identifies? Thank you very much, Caroline Larian. Robert, now wanafunzi wageni, please ensure that you have this document with yourselves. There's a document, and please store those documents nicely. Like there is a student who shared a screen here. I realize that student anajua sana kufanya. Right. Lazima ujue kustore. We are together. Right. Right. Keep. Thank you very much. Keep is dancing there. Great. Celebrating. Nimeelewa, but comp ndio nilikosea. Abdul, I know you are capable of buying a good computer. Abdul, this is something you walk to. Lusingu, you make a question mark me. I got German, but sielewi what I'm doing. Thank you very much, Scholastica. That is the kind of honest we want. That is the kind of honest we want. Cynthia amesema sawa. Right. Done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen and listen to me very well. Listen and listen to me very well. I would want to start. I would want to start again. Let me tidy up my table here. Now, remember, if, for example, I want to bring out an item, like I would want to know these teams that I have here. Somebody may want to know which team is in row number, for example, 3. Which team is in row number 3? Somebody will tell you the team that is in row number 3, I hate it with passion. And I would want you to bring it out. Tell us which team is in row number 3. So then what I'll do, I'll come here, ladies and gentlemen, and say equals, and then I know index is the one that selects row items, right? So I can see it is blue tick like that. I can see it's blue tick like that. So if it is blue tick like this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come and say tab. When I tab there, I can see straight away that they want me to pick an array. So the array does not have to be like one column, no. I can even pick, in this case here, 3 columns, or even more columns. And then, ladies and gentlemen, what I'll do, I'll come and say comma there, right? So they're asking me row number. So row number, we said 3, third row. But now because you have picked many columns, now you have to specify. Remember, I want to pick a team that is in row number 3. So the team will be in column number 1. So I have to say comma there, and then I say column number 1. I don't even have to close bracket. I'll come and say enter. It is telling me that this Red Devils team is in row number 3, column number 1. 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 Are we together there? So Scholastica, this index thing is used to locate items. So long as you know the row number and you know the column number, you'll be able to locate these items. Are we together? So can I go to something different? Today is a day of practice. Someone amekuja na very good emoji, amesmile mzuri sana, which is very good. Very good. So I'm not seeing anybody crying. If I don't see anybody crying or asking a question, that's a very good indicator that you're showing me a green light, telling me, you know what, move forward, move forward, move forward. So can I move forward and show you something very important called, repeat, column and row, column and row, column and row, column and row. Yeah. So for example, listen to me very well. I would want to come and start this index thing. So I'll say equals there. So I start right away by saying index, I tab it like that. So I can even come and copy this thing, the entire, like that, and copy the entire, like that, right? And then I say comma, because you can see it's given here, comma array, comma, from there row number. If, for example, I would want to get country, a country which is on row number 4, row number 4. So I'll come and say 4, and then I say comma. So this country now is in which column? Can somebody talk to me? This country is in which column? 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 Column number 2. So I have to specify column number 2, column number 2, column number 2, like that. I say like that. So it has told me column number 2, this thing that is there on the 4th row of column 2 is Germany. It's Germany. It's Germany. So as long as I define row and I define a column, then you are at home. Then straight away you are at home. You are at home. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see one chart item there, 2 of them. Is it German or England? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Umehesabu aje? Mary, wewe lazima ulikuwa umekopi paka jina country maybe. Kumbuka tuna copy kutoka hapa Germany kwenda chini, beneath the country. Just check. Ladies and gentlemen, how about now this one? We have another one called March. So March is a very interesting one. Look at this. Look at this March. Equals. So March is a very interesting. Once I start saying March, it returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. So March is the opposite of what here? Index. So for March, you'll be defining, a particular, for example, we'll want to know the row number of Manchester United. So here now you are given a product or an item, and then now March will be giving you what we call the row number. Listen to me very well. I'll tab there. Once I tab there, it's asking me for what here? A lookup value. So lookup value, I may decide in this case here to pick anything. Like I can decide to pick here Manchester United. So it is here. I pick it like that. I say comma. Then from there, ladies and gentlemen, after lookup value, it is asking me for a lookup array. Where do we find Manchester United? Manchester United is beneath the teams here. So I'll come and copy the Manchester United teams like that. Right? When I copy, ladies and gentlemen, like that, it is asking me this thing of less, exact match, 0, greater than 1. So between the 3, which number do you think should I write there? Between the 3, which number do you think should I write here? Which number do you think should I write here between the 3? Which number do you think should I write here? Please be very honest with me. If you're not following, please tell me which number should I write there. I should write 0 always. For us, it's exact match. Ours is very easy. Ours is not like the statisticians one. So in this case, I'll come and write 0 there. Once I write 0 there, I'll be able to do what here to put a bracket there. When I put a bracket, if I wish, that is, when I say like that, this thing is returning a row to me. It's telling me that Manchester United, in this row, Manchester United is in position number 3. Manchester United is in position number 3. Now listen, let me repeat this. What if I wanted to match Lazio? What if I wanted to match Lazio? Nitakuja hapa ni copy to Lazio. Nikisha copy Lazio like that, nakuja next cell. Nawaambia equals match. Ikisema match, of course, it's blue label there. I'll be able to say lookup value is the team that I would want to look up. I say comma. Lookup array for Lazio is under the teams like that, right? I say comma. Less exact. I know it is 0. I say 0. If I wish I can close the bracket. It is telling me that Lazio is the 5th team. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lazio is the 5th team. How I wish I was seeing guys here, in this case here, drowning in tears, in their own tears, or dancing, or dancing, or dancing. How I wish I saw so many students in this case here participating, more than 20. If I could get reactions from more than 20 students, that's a quarter of the class, I'll feel very nice. I'll feel very nice. Tafadhali pia usipoelewa katika cohort ya kwanza kabisa, make sure umeenda na mimi katika cohort number, I will not charge you again. Right? Usipoelewa kabisa hii, ama miss class na maybe always watch video, we go again to cohort number 2, which is starting on 3rd of January. It is very important that we grasp this thing. Now that I'm getting very serious assignments of financial modeling, I would want a team out of here because we have a problem with getting skilled people in this area. So I end up doing donkey work. I would want you guys to do this modeling for me for like 3 years before you also become very seasoned. Right? So is there anybody in this case here, first of all, who is dancing? I want to be one of them. Thank you very much. We have here, ladies and gentlemen, Anu Hatia. Yeah, Victor, my network, Mwalimu from Wajir is very bad. Yeah. How about you using Safaricom? I want to believe Safaricom, even in Wajir, is better. Safaricom, the better option. Kipkorir, you don't say repeat. Kipkorir, you use a reaction. I want you to learn these things. You say, you cry, or you bring out a very sad face. And I want to be one of those people. Great. Yes. So perhaps when you come to Nairobi, you can pass via my office. Yeah, we can have a discussion. But so long as you tell me already using Safaricom is not good in Wajir, then that is absurd. This thing, maybe it's a better option. How you did it, my network ilisumbua. Usi-explain sana. Unaeka tu machozi. Ukiweka machozi, mimi nitajua. Usi-explain sana. Ukiweka machozi, meeting with you in South Sudan. Great. Ann Komira Amelia. It's raining. Okay. Ano Mweli amepata. Great. Jana kwa mwingine aliweka, ukiweka thumbs down hivi, sio kitu mzuri, inamaanisha rudia. Ken Ngugi confused. Mali amepata. Karo amepata. Great. Ken ameweka mkono juu. I don't know, Ken, it's good you put phone, try to put an emoji. Emoji, this thing, ukiangalia like what Facebook is doing, this metaverse. Easy, my emojis and everything, they're going to be a very, very common tool. It's good we get to start knowing how to use them. Right? Nimepata, but sijui chenye nafanya. Sijui chenye nafanya. Thank you very much for being honest. Right? Victor amesema sawa. Sasa, listen and listen to me very well. What if, for example, ndio uweze kuunderstand vizuri, what if, for example, you want to match a team here, so tab, so you want to match a team called Arsenal, and you don't have Arsenal here. So I would want to type Arsenal here. Remember in Excel, whenever you are typing a word, words must always be within quotation marks, because Excel is created to recognize numbers alone, right? So if you are forced to type, ladies and gentlemen, some characters here, you are forced to type words inside there, the words must be in form of what here? Somebody must be in form of inside quotation mark. So I'll come and say there, Arsenal, I close. So I'm matching Arsenal. I'm matching Arsenal like that. That's the lookup value, the thing that I'm looking up for. And then I'll be able to say comma. So they want the lookup array. Ladies and gentlemen, the lookup array moves like this under the teams, right? From there, ladies and gentlemen, we have comma there. Of course, we have what here? We have a 0. We have a 0 for exact match. And then we'll be able to put what there. You'll be able to put a closing parenthesis And then you say what here? You enter like that. Ah, it's bringing 9. It is telling me that Arsenal is a 9th team. Arsenal is a 9th team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I would want somebody to learn that thing of putting quotation marks instead of copying something directly from a cell. From a cell. Quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, quotation mark, and use Arsenal exactly. 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 How wanasema they don't know what they are doing. You want to get the position of a team, my friend, where you're not able to really see what you're doing here. You want to know, for example, Arsenal is team number what? 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 Scholastica. Jenny, I think today, Jenny, is your day. Perhaps, Jenny, today is your birthday, right? Right? You seem to be getting these things. Mara kwanza Jenny alikuwa ameogopa Excel sana. Hakuna kunapata errors throughout. So we are overcoming, right? After she decided, thank you very much. Now you are laughing. You're laughing, right? You're laughing, right? Right? Inaingia kabisa, keep. Thank you very much. At least kuna ka dancing pale, right? Lucy Ngugi, hii question mark ndio sija understand. Alex, asante, nimepata style mpya kwa Lucy question mark ile mimi understand ama overcome. Lucy ile understand ya kulia ama kudance. Hii question mark sta understand some. Only dance, oh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen and listen or nirudie tena. No problem. No problem. So I would want to repeat with a team called Liverpool. A team called Liverpool. A team called Liverpool. Liverpool. So I'll come and say equals, right? I say match. I want to know its position. I'll blue tick tab like that. So lookup value is Liverpool. Kama sasa tukujuweka at Liverpool. Na tumetype hivyo direct. At Liverpool. Utype hivyo direct tuendelee uone. Tumetype alafu useme comma. Uendelee Liverpool useme comma, for example. So lookup array is here. Hatujaweka quotation marks. Useme lookup array is like that. Useme comma. Ukuje hapo useme 0 very nicely. Useme close. Ukisema aya, isha realize kuna character umeweka mbaya. Right? So then what I'll do very fast is to go back. I'll not cry here. I go back to my formula. Hata is equal nimeweka spelling mzuri, haina shida, nisha realize. Nitaweka namna hiyo. But now I know most important, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that I really was not able to put very nicely are the quotation marks. So I have opening quotation marks and I have a closing quotation marks, opening and closing quotation marks. You say enter like that. Now you can see Liverpool is in position number what here? 8. Liverpool is in position number 8. So Maalim, I've repeated this for you, but now that you don't have a laptop, it will be very hard for you to do what here, to really practice. To practice, right? Right. So kuja hapa spelling. Ukimiss out on spelling, unapotea kabisa. Ukimiss out on spelling, unapotea. Huwezi pata chochote. Hata ile yangu singepata. Spelling matters. Irene, I can see you're celebrating. Thank you very much. Now, a good student would ask, kuna kitu ambacho sija make up a statement. Kuna statement sija make. Nikuulize swali, umeshaona mahali askari ana march in 2 rows, anakanyaga hapa na always marching inakuanga ni 1 column ama 1 straight line. Kama wale jamaa wa NYS, marching unachunga line yako sana. So kwa march you can only highlight 1 column or 1 row. Whenever they ask you for an array for a match, you can only match on 1 column or 1 row. So wakisema match, mimi nikienda kutumia match, najuanga naangalianga soja tu. Una match, ukija match, let me show you something here. Assuming, ladies and gentlemen, here I'm doing here the match. Assuming I'm doing the match there, I'll say tab there. So look up value. For example, I want to look up for a team like Milan. For example, like Milan. So of course I would want this Milan to be in terms of what here quotations like that. quotation. Tukianza kutumia quotations, straight out unajua umeanza kufanya kind of programming, Hizi vitu za quotations namna hii ziko a lot katika macros. Macros. Very important concepts, right? Ladies and gentlemen, ukija hapo unakuja useme comma. So look up array. Wewe unasema huyu ati katika March ati askari amekamata njia mbili, utapasuka msamba ati hivi. March haiwezi shika njia mbili. March haiwezi kashika njia mbili. If all of us were coming from the same tribe, I would have really mentioned that thing in my mother tongue for you to take it up very well. Because takuwa nakupatia errors kwa Excel. Nakupatia errors kwa Excel. March haijaishika njia mbili. March haijaishika njia, hata ufanya namna gani. March haijaishika njia mbili. Andika hata kwa Kiswahili kwamba March ni one line. Andika hata kwa Kiswahili. March. Index, you can copy the entire table as you wish, but March, you always match on one line. Ladies and gentlemen, when you use index candle and the match candle in finance, whenever those things are used separately, in finance, they do not make sense. In finance, index and match make sense when you combine the two together. It's called the index match function. When you combine the two, index match function, when you combine the two, then automatically they will make out of sense for an accountant. Like ukifanya index candle, unafanya match, hata tuna wanafunzi wengi who are very correct, walikuwa wanashinda tunafanya nini? Right? Right? Because index by itself, match by itself, when they are handled separately, they are useless to an accountant. Don't even learn them. They only become very, very important to us when handled together. When handled together. So then, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. So if I'm to combine now index and match, if I am to combine here index and match, this is what I'll do in terms of searching for my team. I love this. Nitakuja hapa nitafute team Arsenal. So nakuja naanza na index kawaida. So nasema index hapo. Inaniuliza what is the array. Now listen and listen to me very well. So the array under country, what do I have? Under country, where is the array? It is here under country, right? And again, when I'm combining both of them, they become one column, one column. When I'm combining index and match, they become soldiers who walk on the same line, the same parade, like that. So under the country, ladies and gentlemen, here I am under the country. Nitakuja hapa nipeleke namna mpaka mwisho. Great. Now there is something you guys have to know. There is something that you guys have to know from the word go. In terms of index, the dollar referencing should always mark the start of my column and the end of my what here? The end of my column. I'm repeating this again, that in indexing, when I'm combining index and match, the dollar signs will always be put at the beginning. Like you can see at the beginning here, we have a number 4. So we have number 4. So I'll come under before here. So we have number 4, and then it's ending at number 12. Don't worry about that, right? Right? So you say dollar like that. And then unakuja unasema safari endelee. After the array, they want you to put a comma. Sasa next, when I know what is the row number, I know the row number. I will not put the row number here if I'm using index and match. Nikisikia row number, I know it is the match which gives me the row. I know it is the match which gives me the row. So nitakuja hapa na type match, right? Already match is coming up in a blue. I don't have to continue really typing it. So I'll come and say tab. Now listen and listen to me very well. You can see after I put match there, the lookup value, they're asking me for lookup value. What am I looking up for? I'm looking up for Arsenal. Now, after I press that H4, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, where should I put the dollar? Somebody. Where should I put the dollar? 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 Somebody talk to me. Where should I put the dollar? Because the dollar must be put somewhere. Where should I put the dollar? Where should I put the dollar? Where should I put the dollar? Somebody talk to me. Where should I put the dollar? Where should I put the dollar? Before H. Is it before 4 or before H? It's before H. It's before H, where? It's before H. Why? Because H, ladies and gentlemen, here, H is a column. benchmark. It's a column benchmark. So I'll come and put there before H, like that. So before H, like that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be able to put my dollar there, right? Alafu safari inaendelea, wananiambia look up array. Wow, here I have to be very careful because match, I cannot copy the entire thing. Match, we normally copy one. If it's a column, it's one, like where Arsenal is, this is the column under the team. So the lookup array, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come and copy from Borussia there. I copy straight away to Arsenal. Of course, I must put some dollars there. Could you kindly help me? Where do you think am I going to put dollars in lookup array? Lookup array, where do you think am I going to put a dollar or dollars? In lookup array, where do you think am I going to put dollar or dollars? Dollar or dollars, where do you think am I going to put dollars there? In lookup array, where do you think am I going to put dollar or dollars? Let me see your chats. Please talk to me. I'm your father. I am your father. The best father that you'll ever have in this world. Before 4 and 12. Uongo. Dennis uongo. Abi uongo. Asante kujaribu lakini ni uongo. Kumbukeni array kama hii you lock all. Use F4. Array use F4. Yeah, use F4. Lookup array lazima utumie F4. Lookup array lazima utumie F4. So unafinya F4 at once, you lock everything. From there, ladies and gentlemen, you put a comma. So when I put a comma, what am I going to put there next? When I put a comma, what am I going to put there next? When I put a comma, what shall I put there next? When I put a comma, what shall I put there next? 0. Thank you very much as 0. 0. Thank you very much as 0. So that is it. Then what I'll do, I'll come and do what here? I'll come and close my parenthesis like that. And then I say, sorry. If you look, why is this thing telling me there is a typo? We found a typo in your formula and tried to correct it to this, whatever. Of course, whenever they correct for you, you say yes. But you see, if you're keen enough, even me, I just hit my enter without looking at this. Excel does not accept red brackets. Ukiona ka bracket nika red, when you are doing, in this case, it doesn't matter whether you're doing macros, VBA, whatever. Ukiona red bracket, you must close with a big black bracket. So without, in this case, accepting the correction here, I would want to come and correct myself. I would want to come and correct myself and put, in this case here, a big black. You see the red is for the match. And then the big black now will be the big black like that. Right? So from there, ladies and gentlemen, then you'll be able to say like that. Now listen and listen to me very well. I'll be able to repeat this very well, but for now, ndako nisikize. Uzuri wa hii kitu, kuliko VLOOKUP, kuliko HLOOKUP, hii ukipeleka haina maneno, inakupatia kila kitu correct. Ukija ukiandika kitu kingine hapa, for example, useme Lazio. Ukija hapo useme Lazio. This thing is the most beautiful thing ever. Ukishaijua vizuri, it is the most beautiful thing ever. Ukisema Lazio, ukija hapa chini tu, we kazi ni kusema namna, hakuna kusema later change my column. Hakuna kusema later change my column. And that is why index and match replaced VLOOKUP permanently. Hapa kama sioni machozi, unajua mnandanganya nyinyi. Hapa kama sioni machozi 20, baby dancing moja, machozi 20, dancing moja peke yake, mnandanganya. Na msidanganye baba yenu. Msidanganye baba yenu. Na ngila amepata Greek. Victor amepata iko sawa. Sisi amelia machozi yote we shall overcome. Thank you, Lord. Alex amelia yote kabisa. Samuel is, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Scholastica amelia. Amelia. Iraanza kuingia, okay. So I would want us to have a break of 3 minutes only. We'll come back at 21:13, and then I'll start the entire thing from scratch. Yeah, so dollars, I didn't see you how you remove the red bracket. That I will do. Lakini kwanza si wala tusimame juu tafadhali, including myself, tupige tupige kwanza a break. Very, very important. Nikipata ujenda break tuna practice, ni makosa sana. Hakuna practice. All of us, we go out and at least health break. Very important. Tukuje back 2114. Mwingine anajiita anajiita CM, amesema amebahatisha akapata. And that is Excel for everybody. Excel is all about trying. And trust you me, Excel hata mimi mwenyewe saa hizi siwezi nikajidai tunajua hata Excel 60%. Hapana, because every day I keep on learning new things through what you trial and error. So even you, even after this, I'll be giving you powers to truly read. All right? They can gear, keep also trying they can gear. Like, you know, the worst bit of it, Keep and CM never took a break. They never took a break. They never took a break, which is very bad. Very, very bad. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to repeat. So are we here, all of us? Can I repeat the thing now? Can I repeat this thing once and for all? Can I repeat this thing once and for all? Can I repeat this thing once and for all? Yes, yes. So then here we are. Thank you very much. Here we are. Thank you very much. So I'll come and share my screen there. So I want to start here. I'll delete everything there. I'll delete everything here. I will delete everything here. I will delete everything. I will delete everything there. Right, right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to start from scratch. Remember, it's called index and match. So index and match, I have my equals there. So index, once I start pressing index, I can see it is blue ticked. So from there, I know they want me to array the arrangement and a country. Arrangement and a country. Arrangement and a country I have from German there all the way to down like that. But remember, and this is where the dollars disturb students. For index and match, I must always dollar reference the starting point and the finishing point. So like this thing here is starting from number 4. It is starting from number 4 all the way to number 12. So number 4 all the way to number 12. So 4, we must have a dollar there. So 4, we must have a dollar there. And 12 as well, we must have a dollar here. 12 as well, we must have a dollar there. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, we'll come straight away and put a comma. So when I put a comma, I can see these guys are telling me row number. Nikisikia row number, I remember the thing of match. It's about giving us the row number. So I'll now be able to input match. So I'll input match there. Even before I finish typing, I can see it has come up. So I'll come straight away and do what here, tab on the match. And then I have the lookup value. So what am I looking up here? The item that I'm looking up here is called as a null. So as a null, once I press as a null, I'll have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, the concept of what here, that this is an item, this is an item, this is an item of reference. It's a column of reference. So I need to come back a little bit and put a dollar here. I need to come back a little bit and put a dollar there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from there, we have a comma. From there, lookup value. So perhaps I should breathe a little bit, even for a minute, and see whether there are students who are really able to match up with my speed. We have students who have been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached. We have students who have been able to reach where Mwalimu has reached. And today, Amaya, I don't know what is not happening today. Amaya, you are so silent, Amaya, which is unlike you. Which is unlike you, Amaya. Which is unlike you. Okay, so have they reached where I have reached? Have they reached where I have reached? Yes, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, from there, I'll continue my journey. After lookup value, they want me to put a comma, then lookup array. The most important thing that I should know is that soldier is matching in one column. So the lookup array is for the item that I have circled here. Where is Arsenal? Arsenal is here. Arsenal is here, like that. Great. Lookup array is always fully dollar referenced, is always fully locked up. So how do I fully lock it up? By saying F4. So once I say F4, the thing has dollars all over, has dollars all over. So I'll be able to say comma, and then of course it's always 0. It's always an exact match for us. So after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be able to come and put a comma there. When I put that, not comma, but bracket, the bracket is in red. Red means danger. I have to blacken things. So come and say another bracket. So the last bracket now is black. So after that, I need to come and say what here, enter. After I do that, ladies and gentlemen, what I'll do, after I do that, I'll come and say Control Shift. Then I do the side arrow. No. Imeruka zaidi. We just go back a little bit. Right? Because we don't have a stopper here, no problem. So in this case, ladies and gentlemen, I can come and highlight this. So when I highlight like that, or at times, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me very well. Let me go back a little bit. At times, you can come and just highlight. Let me show you something here. You can come and just highlight. When you highlight like that, there is also another easier way of filling up, autofill. So if you want to autofill after you have been able to highlight these, there is what we call control to the right. You say Control R. If you say control to the right, Control R, it basically gives you the values on the right-hand side, all of them. Control R. Just like, for example, like if I want to go down, I can come and use my usual, I can come and just highlight this. I can come, ladies and gentlemen, and highlight the entire thing like that, even downwards, even right. And then I'll say control what here, control down. But those are things that I'll be teaching you as you get along. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, a good student of Excel does not use a mouse. Okay, when we begin, I even advise you, because you're not so good in Excel, I even tell you, even for your laptop, go and buy a mouse. You start with it. But as we get along, especially when we get to financial modeling, you should be able to do everything in Excel without using a mouse through those shortcuts. You can control down. Lakini sasa sababu ya madena, sababu hataki shida, madena ni German word. Sababu hataki shida, ngoja tuzoee ile tumezoea kwanza kwa sasa. Tuzoee. Ona kama isi atakuja aseme hapa fill. Unajua iko na what is the limitation of this? The limitation of this is, what if, for example, you have to get like 100 columns now? Will you really go scrolling at even 100 rates of Africa? Yeah, 1,000. So that's why lazima uanze kuzoea kitu ya control right. Inachapa zote mpaka mwisho. Right? Ama control down. Inachapa zote mpaka mwisho. Na pia kama ni control down, you can come and put this cursor there, alafu na double click. Hiyo pia inakuleteanga. Nakwambia Lazio Italy. Lazio no Champions League. Lazio 38 games played. 56 points earned, etc. Great. So let me again take 2 minutes to breathe to get your feedback. Now, number tunaweka nini? Row number tunaweka nini? Okay. Is financial modeling a separate teaching? Am I included hapa kwa advanced Excel? Where Abdul? Nimekuona kwa umbali. Nimekuonea row number 9. Financial modeling is not part of this. Financial modeling, there is a guy here who advised me that for financial modeling, I should charge you guys 7,500. And then another one, after bragging, I'm getting not applicable. Another one to ask this student, why are you quoting such kind of a big price? Are you a shareholder at RCM? Great. Sitawafinya sana, mimi ni baba yenu. Now, ukiona mwanafunzi mwenye anasema anapata not applicable, the error message there, it's because of your dollar references. Just check your dollar references. Yours are not like mine. Check your dollar references, alafu ni advise. Check your dollar references who advise. Check your reference of your device. Ladies and gentlemen, there are quite too many opportunities in Excel, especially if you know how to brand yourself. Like now the videos that I did 3, 4, I'm getting videos like now I got somebody from America who wants me to do for him an Excel worksheet, right? Excel worksheet, right? For some business that he has, right? He's been trying in this, he also believes in Excel. He's been trying QuickBooks, etc., but he wants something of his own, which will be able to keep on expanding and expanding. In Excel, you can expand and then look at the security features, introduce passwords, be able to give some employees restricted access, for example, to some tabs, right? Right? So I want to see whether there are students who are still crying. Got it? Mine is Germany. Mine. Financial modeling opportunities. We're looking at, for example, business valuation, right? Business valuation. We're looking at a business valuation. For example, you're given cash flows. How do you value a business? Okay. Okay. Great. So many opportunities. You know, like, for example, how you do this income statements balance sheet. If you are a good finance modeler, you should be able to prepare a template for big organizations so that in the future, these organizations will not be really worried about what year, no. Theirs will be to plug and play. They put in, they get profits. They put in, they get the cash flows, like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can I go to something different? Are you going to cover automated financial statements? Yes, that I'll be able to assist you. Well, this is not part of this, but because I would want you guys to become so nice in this, I'll be able to connect to the income statement, cash flow, and the balance sheet together. So when you change a figure here, automatically. But remember, also that depends on how good you become in these key accounting things, like index and match, some ifs. If you're not going to become so good in this, then you cannot do those automated financial statements. You can't do. So you must keep on practicing. You must keep on practicing. Ukiamuka usiku una practice. Usingoje ati aure jioni peke yake. Right? Syria amepata Sirila. Hili jina ya Kenya kweli na nusu. Hii ni hatari. Asante sana. That's a beautiful name, hatari. Lakini si Kenya hii. Si Kenya hii. Great. Mwalimu amepata hiyo. Great. So we have to practice a lot. Amaya I knew from the word go. Your nature ni kuongea. And Muhatia got it. Great. Kama ningekuwa nyinyi kama sasa tushamalizana na nyinyi saa 4. Utanipatia discount kwa marketing. Sawa Samuel, okay. Yeah, especially Samuel, if we have 100 registering, if you have 100 registering, yeah, that will be 750,000 for sure. I'll give you 100,000, Samuel. Right. Samuel will promote this thing with you. We hit 1,000 students, right? You get 7.5 million. And what? Okay. Thank you very much. We get 7.5 million. I give you something nice. Tuende tusherekee, tupige raha wapi? Hawaii. As a team. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. So here we are. Wamelia sana hii. Hebu turudie round moja. Tena asante kwa kujaribu. Turudie round moja. Utajua sasa. Now, Chris, the course outline hapa ni rahisi sana, Chris. Because like now, after index and match, I'm only teaching you things that you need as an accountant. After index and match, I'll be able to do what we call some ifs. After some ifs, I'll take you straight away now to the financial statements. Right? So then how do we apply this VLOOKUP? For example, when we have multiple workbooks, when we have an income statement here, we have a balance sheet here, etc. How do we apply that? So I'll be able to apply now this to the tools that you guys need, right? Okay. Hizi pivot tables hizo hazina shida. Hizo ni 1 minute. Hizo najua. Hizi ni zile vitu za lunch hour, etc. like that. Hizo najua. But the most other graphs, graphs kama ukiniambia nichore graph, utakupatia bar chart, everything. Those are basic things. Hizo nitakuonyesha. Like the major thing out of this is that you guys should be able to know how to do an income statement, balance sheet. No, these are graphs, okay. Those ones are very basic, don't worry. Histogram is an issue. Where do you want to use this histogram, honestly? To me, if you ask me, the graphs which are important for an accountant, for example, will be like a pie chart. So a pie chart will be able to say like, if I'm a finance manager, this is how I expect to raise my funds. 20% equity, 80% debt. So I show like that, big one, right? Big one, right? I would want in this case here to show you, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to show how, for example, you get like the EPSs increasing using the bar charts, right? Using the line chart. Don't complicate life for Mondi, Clinton. Right? And then the other thing that I would want to show all of you, after this, I would like to show you, ladies and gentlemen, how to do PowerPoint slides. PowerPoint slides. After umeshapata hizi figures, how do you do professional PowerPoint slides? So that at the end of the day, kama unafanya like a proposal. Let me just show you something here. Kama unafanya like a proposal. Let me show you something here. Let me stop sharing first.